Have you ever experienced something that comes into your life so strongly that... Well, I don't think I'm over-exaggerating when I say that, dude, volleyball changed my life, man. And I want to talk about that. Why is it important? Because I said so. And since I don't hear any objections, we're doing this. Now let's go talk about one of the greatest sports created by man. I'd say I got into volleyball the same way anyone gets into volleyball these days. The traditions of haikyuu. Ah, yes, just another classic example of anime coming into my life and plunging me into another obsession. Think Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, and now volleyball. Like, yeah, I didn't mind volleyball as a kid. It was fun because no one else in my class was good at it. But to me, it was just that sport with like a really, really high net and a ball that just made my arms hurt. But for some reason, this anime reawakened some primal fire that was very deep inside me that I was completely unaware I had. I just remember watching haikyuu. Turns out, holy crap, this is like one of the greatest things I've seen. Found out my friends also thought the same thing. And through the power of friendship, we all had this strong desire to play for ourselves. Because I believe it is a scientific fact that one does not simply just watch haikyuu and not want to play volleyball. So we ended up buying one of those nets and cheapo volleyballs on Amazon, and we went to a local park at like 7 a.m. in the morning and played till 3. And let me tell you guys, my goodness, my arms were in so much pain. This is really fun, guys, but just please don't hit it to me anymore. My arms can't take it. No. Oh. My arms then proceeded to be bruised for like 2 weeks straight. Look, it was even in the shape of an avocado. If I had to describe our experience, it would be that sure, we sucked, but we sucked together. And if that's not the definition of a good time, I don't know what is. So for sure I have haikyuu to thank me for getting me interested in volleyball, but what really pushed me into the deep end of volleyball obsession was watching haikyuu in real life via professional matches like Team Japan and US of A, baby. Yeah, there isn't any hype music playing during the rally, inner dialogues, flashbacks, all that drama, but you know, seeing those plays from the anime being done in real life, how hard they hit the ball, literally gives me goosebumps. And the jump serves. The frickin' jump serves. Well, the ones that are in anyway. But the jump serves nonetheless. Oh my gosh. Watching them jump serve was literally the coolest thing I saw. And from then on, I was absolutely obsessed with learning how to do it for myself. Now you might think, well, that's a pretty advanced technique. Maybe you should start with some basic... Shut up, I'm doing this. My rationale is that there's actually a lot of similarities between volleyball and badminton. A jump serve is basically a jump smash with just a few minor details. Unfortunately, there was no gym or net to practice with, so it was just me practicing at the park with no net and no one to help me. All alone. Did it look sad seeing a guy at a park hitting a ball and then running after it, rinse and repeat for 2 hours straight? Sure, but, well, actually, no. Yeah, that sounds pretty pathetic when I say it out loud, but it was my determination nonetheless. Eventually, it paid off. It was a Sunday afternoon and it was my turn to serve. Up until this point, a lot of my serves have been either going out, into the net, or into my teammates. Here we go.
Oh,
I was indeed hooked. You know when all you can volleyball is think about? Exactly. Break times from working on videos? Volleyball. Unfortunately, working times? Volleyball tutorials by Coach Donnie. Those Sunday afternoon sessions with my friends were the things I looked forward to the most. Didn't matter how tough or bad my week was, because volleyball was on the horizon. If for some reason we couldn't play that Sunday, I would get really depressed. And it could very well explain why some videos came out late. Anyways, moving on from that, we all have celebrities we like, right? Or like famous people that we want to meet in person. If I'm being completely honest, it has gone to the point that professional players are my favorite celebrities. Like before, I'd look at all these crazy fandoms and what they do and like how they freak out and run and cry whenever they see their idol and stuff. And I'm just like, that is just sad. I would never go that crazy. But I know for a fact that if I was grocery shopping at a Stater Brothers or Trader Joe's or something and saw my man Yuki Ishikawa, captain of the Japanese international team, checking out the produce aisle, I would just stop functioning and cease to exist. And then I'd come back so I can get a picture. Is that a level that I don't even have to know who they are, but if I saw them play really well in a game, I'd want a picture with them and I would get all nervous and awkward approaching them. volleyball players are my semis. Yeah, I might have a problem. I'd say aside from letting my volleyball craze distract me from my other responsibilities at times, the sport has been an overall positive influence on my life. I only played for like 3 weeks, and since then I have developed patellar tendonitis in both knees, tennis elbow, golfer's elbow, and shoulder pain. So yeah, it became pretty clear to my sister, who is a PT, that my body is, I quote, very weak. And because of that, I have been working out, and now I am strong. Yeah, look at that muscle. But yeah, I guess on more of a serious note, volleyball honestly helped me during a kind of a rough patch in my life. Like, I enjoy making videos for you guys. I still do. I just want to make that very clear. But I guess I just couldn't help but feel like I wasn't living my best self. I had 2 dilemmas. There I was making videos talking about past experiences while not going out and getting any new ones during a time in my life when I really should be. And I love playing sports, which apparently is weird for an animator to admit, but it's true. Being part of a team, practicing after school, playing competitively, it has made a large part of who I am today. And I just haven't been able to do that much since high school, and I miss that feeling. And then it was this combination of being at home all the time and somewhat recently the pandemic that would create this weird dynamic where I want to do more social things and meet new people, but I'm just so comfortable in my comfort zone. And then I remember that meeting new people means you have to talk to them first, and that part is just, ugh, I don't want to do that. Like, do I even remember how to talk to new people? It was so weird. But yeah, and then I would just end up talking myself out of it, and then I would just continue to feel stuck and bummed out. Life was just not very well balanced. So when volleyball came around and I was learning how to jump serve, my desire to improve eventually pushed me to get out of my comfort zone. It was like, listen, man, you're not gonna get any better by just serving to no one at the park. I get it's more convenient and comfortable for you, but this is just sad. And I was right. As you can imagine, it still wasn't easy going up to a group of strangers and asking to play with them. Oh, it's been a while since I've had to use these social skills. They are very dusty. Thankfully, though, they were very nice about it and let me play. After a while, I got to know some of them more, and soon it became just a regular thing where I would be playing with them. It was just a great time being around others that were also passionate about the sport, and most notably, better than me, so I could learn from them. And eventually, it was that same desire that would lead me to some other incredible experiences, like flying out to a boot camp hosted by the Coach Donnie with a group of friends. Which, by the way, the last time I flew out for a hobby was like never. And then the most unforgettable experience, seeing the US national team play this past summer. That was just an absolutely tofu-tastic experience. Fun fact, on Volleyball World TV, in some of the replays, you can actually see me in the background watching. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be on the internet with thousands of people watching. Oh wait, honestly, so many crazy things happened during that tournament, and I would love to talk about more of that in this video, but yeah, it's getting a little long, so I'll have to save that for another time. Oh, the things I did. I should stop talking. Now, I know not everyone can relate to this exactly, as impossible as it may seem, not everyone holds volleyball in such high esteem. Hey! But I do think it's important that you have like some kind of hobby in your life that you are just super passionate for. Not necessarily to the unhealthy extent it makes you neglect your responsibilities and take care of yourself, but something that you could see yourself talking about all day. Or make a video about. Something that motivates you to improve your skills, pushes you to try new things and learn, bring out your best self. Picking up new hobbies in general, I think, is just a very important balance in life. You're not supposed to be working all the time. No work and no play makes John a dull boy. Safe to say, volleyball is one of them for me, and it's crazy to think that it started because of an anime. So, yeah.
John is the #1 Tofu volleyball player in the world.
Wow, such kind words from Coach Donnie that he said entirely on his own free will. I played no part in it, obviously. Also, speaking of kind words, special announcement, I created an affirmation deck called Soondubu For the Soul. I can't tell you how many times my day gets ruined from waking up wrong, not getting to play volleyball, or just having to deal with a lot of stress that comes from life. And honestly, with everything going on these days, it is definitely very emotionally taxing, which is kind of why I created these in the first place. So not only to help you whenever you're in a rough spot, but it's also for me. I need these too. These cards are nothing but positive words words of encouragement with a few sprinkles of my kind of humor and just a lot of references to what I like. So huge thank you to Mango Publishing for working with me on this project. They did a great job. And Soondubu For the Soul is available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. Get your copy today. If you like it, please leave a review. It helps a lot. Link will be in the description below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I loved making this video actually, and you know, just getting to share this part of my life with you. And that'll be it for this end card. I will see you in the next video, but until then, I wish you a tofu-tastic day. Stay safe and stay young.